Shout out to everybody. So it looks like Yoshi G is going off. So TBL, they announced that they're going to do Jaz the Rapper versus Arsenal, right? So this is going to be the battle on the card. They were originally going to do Av versus New Jersey Twerk. URL went ahead and blocked that with no contract. You know what I mean? Talking about they enforced contracts, but they ended up blocking it. But, you know, we heard Av talk on Polo World, and he said a lot about it. He's basically just like, yo, like, I got paid like the other 2 times. There's no contract for me to battle New Jersey Twerk on URL. If Beasley wants to talk, he can talk through my manager. I have no interest in talking to him. Like, so Av was going on. Shout out to go check that out on Polo World. Hey, bloggers, but I've never seen bloggers like shout each other out before. It's kind of fire, man. It's something new. Now I want to say this. So I seen that so TBL, they ended up putting out Jaz the Rapper versus Arsenal, and Yoshi went ape. She went crazy, and she's basically saying like people like Jaz the Rapper need to retire. You know, they don't want to give any new up and coming like artists like any chances and stuff like that. They need to just retire. They battling like random men and all. I like when Yoshi G is talking crazy like this. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Yoshi. Jaz the Rapper, she did give, what was it? The Chirac girl, she gave her an opportunity. She ended up battling. Then she battled like Coffee Brown. Like, so she's not opposed of giving like a lot of people opportunities, I guess, if it makes sense. You know, and a lot of times, like, man, to be real, like Yoshi, this is no disrespect to Yoshi, you know, because I think Yoshi can generate interest if she wanted to. You know, some female artists just don't generate interest. So if you Jaz the Rapper and you want to be considered one of the GOATs, one of the elites, the way battle rap is set up, you know, sometimes you do got to try to battle as many GOATs and, you know, male battlers as you can, you know. So I don't know. I mean, Miss Hustle, people like that do it. You know, it's just what it is. You know, that's why you will see Miss Hustle and Tay Rock and Miss Hustle versus JC and, you know, all like Miss Hustle versus A-Verb. You know, that's why you see like battles like that, because this helps them like tie into the brands or tie into the fan base of a lot of the legendary acts. So that's why you may get like a Jaz the Rapper versus Arsenal. Plus, the battle may not be super expensive. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not that expensive. Jaz is still like a name. You know what I mean? I'm sure she's probably getting like a reasonable amount of money, you know, but it's not like a Lux. You know, Jaz is one of the goated females, and she's still, you know, I think a lot of leagues look at her as being like somebody that they can book. You know what I mean? Instead of like paying like an arm and a leg for her, you know. And then most of the artists that she's going to go up against, you know, like, I mean, if you look at who they normally battle in a battle like that, I mean, they could probably be a little bit more reasonable with the cost, you know. So as far as Jaz, I don't know, man. I feel like she kind of does, you know, listen to fans a lot of times, but sometimes she don't. You know, there's battles like her versus Miss Hustle. People want to see her do that. She won't do the battle. But y'all got to understand, if she won the battle before, what is the incentive for her to battle again? And then I feel like Miss Hustle's more dangerous now. What's the incentive for her to battle Miss Hustle now? You know, there's no real incentive, you know? So I don't know, man. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Yoshi G talking about they need to retire. They old. They gonna be 40 years old battling. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yoshi G. I want to actually, Yoshi, to be real with you, I want to see you battle like Rock. Remember when Yoshi G was going off on Rock? You know what I mean? Like, and she had the internet on fire. Like, stuff like that be things that we want to see. You know, so like if Miss Hustle and Easy was booked, I mean, people would rather watch that than a Miss Hustle versus Chirac or something like that. I mean, just what it is. You know, just because, you know, it's a battler with a, you know, a big fan base, you know, and it's a messy situation, you know, Easy and Miss Hustle and stuff like that. Like, they can make it work. Like, if you wanted to battle Rock, I think people would more than likely watch that versus a you versus Jaz the Rapper battle. I think, you know, maybe people that you're cool with, like maybe your peers and stuff like that, would probably whether you battle like a Jaz the Rapper. But I mean, who cares what they think? At the end of the day, it's like, what's going to give you the longevity in this career and what is going to keep your fans happy? You know, is what they be thinking, and that's probably why you get a Jaz the Rapper taking a battle with Arsenal. You know, but Yoshi, she had enough. I don't know if she knew that was going to be recorded or whatever, but she went off. And I would play it, but it's just like, yo, like she said so many bad words, bro. It ain't like I would literally be doing this for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, because it would not be able to be monetized the way she was talking. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I think Arsenal responded to her saying that he was trying to battle Yoshi. Yoshi ducked the battle. Yoshi said, if you can, you know, show any proof that I was even approached to battle you on TBL, like put it out there, you know, because that's not true, you know. So I don't know. Arsenal said he don't really rock with Jaz like that, but she willing to take the battle. Jaz the Rapper said, like, oh, you don't rock with me now, but you was rocking with me when I bought that nasty salmon that you was selling at events. I don't know, bruh. You know, so Arsenal versus Jaz the Rapper. I mean, I'm not like too excited about it. The problem with Jaz, I feel like, is that some of these battlers take it easy on her. You know, Hollow the Don, people like that say, oh, well, these battlers take it easy on her, and then he ends up doing the same thing. You know, so it's that be my problem with her, like battling people, is because she's so cool and so tied into battle rap. Like, people ain't really gonna go crazy on her like they would somebody else. You know, so like if people are battling like a, you know, I mean, he's a male battler, but like a Easy, they're going to try to get Easy up out of here. You know, if Jaz battle, like when Jaz battled New Jersey Twerk, that was, you know, Twerk could win against Jaz if he wanted to, you know, but it's like, you know, he cool with her, like he just getting paid and going through the motions in a battle with her. So that be my issue. But other than that, like, I feel like, I think she did good versus Vixen. I think, you know, for the battle rap community, like she's one of the legendary acts, and she can kind of like pick and choose, like, and she, you know, who knows, like she probably doesn't want to be in this sport for another like 10 years, like trying to battle. So she's trying to get every battle that she wanted like out the way. So she can like sit back with a Geechee Gotti or something and talk. She said I think Geechee said, you know, should me and Jaz like go on the podcast and talk about this? You know, I think that'll make for good conversation. Maybe she'll address it. But as far as everything else, man, like, I see Yoshi being mad. But if you Yoshi, like, you know, you got to make noise out here. Like, Chirac was making noise. You know, so you got to make noise out here and make people want to battle you. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I think you going at Jaz is probably going to, you know, make her look at you a little bit, like, more in this situation. But is she going to want to battle you? I don't know, but if you take some male opponents, you win, you know, and everybody like, yo, like Yoshi G, she fired. She doing like what she need. Maybe she'll start looking at you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I like when Yoshi gets crazy like this. You know what I mean? Like I told her before, I was on the phone with her. I'm like, yo, Yoshi, you know, like when you turn up, like people gonna listen. You know, but she just, every once in a while she does, but, you know, she don't keep that energy, but she need to turn up. If Yoshi turned up, I think she could be one of the most exciting female acts to at least lead people to want to see her matchups. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Y'all like the TBL card? You know what I mean? Arsenal versus Jaz the Rapper, Hitman Holla versus Mook, Calico versus Rumney. I think it's all right, man. I think it's like a Summer Madness card so far. You know what I mean? It's not dissing them or nothing like that. I think like the entrance to general admission is like $130. Is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like general admissions is starting to creep up. You know what I mean? But would it be worth it? You get a chance to see Mook if you're live. You get a chance to see Hitman if you're live. You get a chance to see, you know what I'm saying? If you're there, you get a chance to see Calico. Get a chance to see Jaz. You know, Arsenal's legendary act. You know, is the ticket price warranted? You know, and they not done yet. So we'll end up seeing what they going to end up doing. And this is another thing, right? The whole Av controversy and the way that, you know, Kenny and everybody handled it from TBL. It's probably better for them not to have come out and went crazy and been super vocal about the whole URL situation, because maybe URL could have hit Jaz, or maybe URL could have hit Arsenal and be like, nah, like, you know, maybe they wouldn't, you know, get off the card. Maybe they would still do the card, you know, but maybe they can hit them and like try to prevent that battle from going down, you know? So it's like the longevity of what TBL is trying to do. They got to think about what's most appropriate for them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.